What are some of the worst non-2016 free agency signings in NBA history? Eddie Curry, $60 million, six-year contract. Eddie Curry was sort of the precursor to Andrea Bargnani in that he was a 7-foot center who couldn't rebound and wasn't a good defender. Curry's rebounding career high was a whopping 7 per game. He wasn't a good shooter. His later years were marred by injury and general health issues. In his final 2 seasons with the Knicks, he played a total of 10 games. And yet, the start of his Knicks tenure was punctuated by a fairly substantial contract for 2005, the reasons for which that are still being studied to this day. 10 AAV back in the day when contracts could go as long as 6 years. This is a classic Dolan is interfering with decision-making bad contract, and it probably won't be the last one to pop up on this list. Did I mention this also doubles as a classic bad Knicks trade? Because the Knicks actually gave up assets to get Eddie via a sign and trade. Amare Stoudemire, $100 million, 5-year contract. Another classic bad Knicks contract, though, this one isn't entirely fair to New York, because Stoudemire was excellent in his first year in the Garden. 25-8-2, Amari was still his all-star self and even helped the team make the playoffs for the first time since 2004. The rest of that contract's duration? Injuries in the later years, the loss of the late acquisition of Chauncey Billups from the prior season, and an ISO-heavy offense running through Melo did not do Stoudemire any favors. And did I mention the injuries? This honestly wouldn't have been such a bad signing were it not for them, but it's not like the Knicks were unaware that Amari could be a risky signing due to injury given some of the wear and tear from his days in Phoenix. He already had 2 major surgeries on different parts of his body up to that point, and his knees had the fortitude of a wet chip. Amare is one of the most influential fours of the modern era, and he was integral to the revolutionary 7 seconds or less Suns, but his stint with the Knicks started out hot and cooled off very quickly. Yet another unfortunate case where injuries robbed a truly special talent of what could have been an even more impactful and lengthy career. Jerome James, 5 years $30 million off the back of one decent playoff series. And all he has to show for it is getting referenced in one of the best Game of Zones episodes.